Thank you for logging on today. And we've been looking at the life of David, how David started out as a shepherd boy and became a king. And the last time we were looking at this, we looked at how he grew and developed, put his head down and developed. Wasn't looking for attention and crowd and all of that. Of course, that did come when he manifested a great feat, which we're going to look at now. He manifested a great feat by killing Goliath. Now, the story goes that he went to the battle because this Philistine had been harassing Israel. And he goes there and he discovers this Philistine. When he comes out and roars and talks, and everyone in the camp of Israel just goes into hiding. And he's like, what in the world is happening here? Who's this chap coming to frighten everyone? And then he started to narrate what he had done with the lion and the bear. And the word got to the king, because the king probably at that point had never even seen a lion up close. And then this guy says, I went after the lion and caught it by its beard. The lion didn't come after me, I went after it. Oh, okay. And then the king decides, okay, yeah, you're going to go. But I want you to really think about it. You're responsible for a nation. You want victory though? Would you send a youth, probably a teenager, to war against someone like Goliath? For you to do that, so for the King Saul to do that, that means the Spirit of God was in the matter. But the demonstrations that David had was very strong. His evidence was very strong. The killing of the lion and the bear was a very significant thing. It was big enough for them to trust that, yes, he could do it. But also David's attitude would have been very important. He would have been very confident and bold. So David goes and presents himself after training, not before, confidently that I will tackle this giant. Don't put yourself out there when you have not been trained. Don't put yourself out there for big challenges if you've not gone through the smaller ones. So David decides to tackle the Goliath. And there are 3 or so lessons I'd like to pick up. The first one is the weapons he chose or didn't choose. The second one was his approach when he went at Goliath. And the third was his faith. 3 things I'd like to look at. So David decided to use the weapon of choice, not the weapon from the king. And we'll look at that in a little bit more detail later. But he also picked up on the weakness of the enemy, which was the enemy was cursing the God of Israel. That is a powerful weapon. That's a powerful weapon. Because at that point, David then decided, see, I am not coming against you. You are cursing the God of Israel, so he's the one coming against you. And David had faith. He said, I will cut off your head. And he didn't have a sword in his hand. Now, I'll go into this a little bit more in our next video. Thank you so much for listening. God bless you.